Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we left off at 48, verse 6, I believe. Yeah, 6. Talking about how Israel is getting the wrath of God, or is it Egypt? Either way, anybody that does not accept Yeshua in their heart, they're going to get the wrath of God, unfortunately. So we should be praying for these people who don't know Him, like we know Him. It says here, flee, save your lives, and be like the heath in the wilderness, for because thou hast trusted in thy works and thy treasures, thou shalt also be taken. And Chemosh shall go forth into captivity with his priests and his princes together. And the spoiler shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed, as the Lord hath spoken. Give wings unto Moab, that it may flee, and get away, for the cities thereof shall be desolate, without any one to dwell therein. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. So you know how the city's been beyond corruption, corroded with pretty much the cities have fell into demonic worship, statues, idols. God's gonna make it desolate now. God's going to say, your city's going to be destroyed. There's not going to be nothing left. That's what desolate means. Desolate means pretty much a ruins, like a wasteland in a sense. I don't know if you've been to a landfill. You see pictures of it online, landfills. That's where your garbage goes. It goes to a landfill. Every time they pick up the garbage, they take it to a landfill. That reminds me of desolate. Like something like a wasteland, kind of like that. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Moab had been at ease from his youth. He had settled on his lees, and has not been emptied from vessel to vessel. Neither hath he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remained in him. His scent is not changed, and his scent is not changed. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send unto him wanderers, that shall cause him to wander, and shall empty his vessels and break their bottles. Wow. And Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, and the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence. What's going on here? Well, God's going to say, if you don't change your ways now, you're going to be wandering in the desert, like those Israelites. They're wandering in the desert for 40 days, or is it 40 nights? Was it 40 years they're wandering? They're wandering. Wandering means you're lost. You're lost, bro. Snap out of it. Okay? You need to snap out of it. You're in the twilight zone. We're here to wake you up here. Here, have some coffee. Wake up. The Lord Jesus is coming very soon. Come on, wake up. Get it. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. There you go. That's our job as saints of God here, is to wake people up. You didn't know that already. Moab is spoiled and gone up out of her cities, and his chosen young men are gone down to the slaughter, saith the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. The calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasteth fast. All ye that are about him, bemoan him. And all ye that know his name, say, how is strong the staff broken, and the beautiful rod. Thou daughter that doest inhabitant Gibeon, come down from thy glory, and sit in thirst, for the spoiler of Moab shall come upon thee, and he shall destroy thy strongholds. O inhabitants of Ararar, stand by the way, and espy, and ask him that fleeth, and her that escapeth, and say, what is done? So we're using the King James right now. We have a lot of emphasis here. Moab is confounded, for it is broken. Down howl and cry. Tell ye in Arnon that Moab is spoiled, and judgment is come upon the plain country, upon Holon, and upon Jahaza, and upon Mephisath, and upon Gibeon, and upon Nebo, and upon Bethlehem. Wow, that's a mouthful. And upon Carithium, and upon Bethagamal, and upon Bethmeon, and upon Kariathoth, and upon Balzerah, and upon all the cities of the land of Moab, far or near. God is pretty much doing these things to these ungodly cities. The horn of Moab is cut off, and his arm is broken, saith the Lord. Make ye drunken, for he magnified himself against the Lord. Moab also shall swallow in his vomit, and also shall be in derision. Now, we just dropped the Moab in Afghanistan, right? When President Trump did it's called the mother of all bombs. You heard of that, right? That was a big bomb that was dropped in Afghanistan. Just killing many Ishmaels. Ishmael is the son of the Arabs, who really hate Jews and Christians like us alike. For was not Israel a derision unto thee? Was he found among thieves? For since thou spakest of him, thou skippest for joy. O ye that dwell in Moab, leave the cities, and dwell in the rock, and be like the dove that make her nest in the sides of the hole's mouth. We have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud. His loftiness, and his arrogancy, and his pride, and his haughtiness of his heart. I know his wrath, saith the Lord, but it shall not be so. So he lies, shall not so affect it. Therefore I will howl for Moab, and I will cry out for all Moab. My heart shall mourn for the men of Keharis, O vine of Sibmah, and I will weep for thee with the weeping of Jazer. Thy plants are gone over the sea, they reach even to the sea of Jazer. The spoiler has fallen upon thy summer fruits, and upon thy vintage, and joy and gladness is taken from the plentiful field, and from the land of Moab. And we have caused wine to fail from the wine presses. None shall tread with shouting. Their shouting shall be no shouting. So I just got a briefing here on my computer that another Ishmael has arose here, which is pretty much Osama bin Laden's son. He's on the run. The U.S. is looking for him. There's a bounty on his head, a $1 million bounty if you find bin Laden's son here. A fugitive, because he's plotting to attack the United States of America and other nations. So Ishmael is on the run. Where's Ishmael at? These Ishmaels keep hiding in the caves. You know, once they murder somebody, they go hiding in the caves like their forefathers. They're all scum buckets. We'll talk about that later, though. From the city of Heshbon, even on to Eliah and on to Jahaz, have they uttered their voice from Zor, even on to Horonaim in the heifer of 3 years. Oh, for the waters also of Nimrim shall be desolate. Moreover, I will cause you to cease in Moab, saith the Lord. Hemath offereth in the high places a hand that burneth incense to his gods. Therefore mine heart shall be sound for Moab, like pipes. That's awesome. And my heart shall sound like pipes for the men of Kirithia, because the riches that he hath gotten are perished. For every head shall be bald, and every beard clipped. Upon all the hands shall be cuttings, and upon the loins sackcloth. There shall be a lamentation generally upon all the house tops of Moab, and the streets thereof. For I have broken Moab like a vessel, wherein is no pleasure, saith the Lord. They shall howl, saying, There is broken down. How hath Moab turned the back with shame? So shall Moab be a derision, and dismaying to all them about him. For thus saith the Lord, Behold, he shall fly as an eagle, and shall spread his wings over Moab. Kerithis is taken, a stronghold and a surprise, and mighty men's hearts, and Moab's at the day shall be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he hath magnified himself against the Lord. Wow. And he that fleeth from far shall fall into the pit, and that getteth out of the pit shall be taken into the snare. For I will bring upon it, even upon Moab, the year of the visitation, saith the Lord, that they have fled, stood under the shadow of Heshbon because of the force, but a fire shall come forth out of Heshbon, and a flame from the midst of Shihon shall devour the corner of Moab, and the crown of the head of the tumultuous ones. Woe be unto thee, O Moab, the people of Shamash, perisheth, for thy sons are taken captives until